Hello everybody and welcome back to Learn English with Games. This is episode 8 of our Astro Bot series. You may notice that we have gold flags on some of our levels that we haven't yet completed on camera, and that is because I've just recorded this episode and unfortunately the footage was lost, so we will have to replay the levels. We'll go back through the levels anyway to go over some of the vocabulary that we will learn along the way. So let's first get into Dashing Dillo, which is the first side mission that we're going to do of today. It's the final triangle mission. It's a mission that took me a little while to complete the first time I tried to record this episode. So hopefully, now that I've had a bit of practice, I can complete the level faster than before. So we have to dodge the bumpers, ride over the spikes, dodge the electric mines, go round on the spikes, jump on these trampolines, and we've got to be careful at this jump. Oh, and that's why we have to be careful, because it's very easy to fall off of those moving platforms. Let's give that another go. The silver coin that you see being dragged around by the UFO is what was the bot that we saved, but because we're replaying the level, the bot is shown as a coin because we've technically already rescued him, and that will be the same with every level that we play today, unfortunately. Let's be careful to dodge the electricity, jump over here. And this is the part that took me the longest before, and it looks like we're going to do it first time this time round. And we go down the ramp, up onto the trampoline, and that is our bot rescued. Now we can fly back to the main galaxy, and we can jump into our second side mission, which is going to be Retro Rampage. And in this level we need to defeat the monsters that are going to appear. Oh, and I got squashed by one of the rabbits. Got to be a little bit more careful. And I got shot by the slime this time, so I need to keep on moving. I can't stand still when trying to fight this enemy. Okay, now let's be careful of the rabbits. We have to get them once they've landed. Oh, and we got squashed again. Now this is a level that I didn't find hard to complete the first time round, but I'm having some troubles this time. Let's see, maybe, no, I can say maybe flying over them is a bit easier, but it doesn't seem to be. Come on, there we go, got him. And we've just got 2 more to kill, and there we go, that is our bot rescued. And again we can fly out into the main galaxy. And the next level that we did was side mission over here, which is Crumble Rumble 2. Now we are in a construction site. We have 2 flames in the middle that we have to carve around using our lasers to make them fall, like so. And we have to dodge the fireballs as we do so. There we go. That level's a bit easier, but again I've had practice on it. First time round it took me 3 or 4 attempts to complete. But now the main mission of this episode is Wormy Passage. Let's get into it. This is where we're going to learn most of our vocabulary, as we're going to break through a spider web. And first we have 2 spiders on the floor and a third over here. Oh, there's a little button over here that I didn't see before. I'm not sure if this does anything. Can we jump up here? We can. And there's just a spider. Nothing interesting up here. But there is a chest over here that we can get if we can be quick. And we get our boxing gloves that we had in a previous episode. And we can break this cactus. Every time we punch it, it inflates a little bit more, getting bigger until eventually it explodes. And it drops a card that we can put our face in and pose for the camera. See, we have meerkats around us that are posing as well. And the cactuses look like they are posing. They look like they are flexing like a bodybuilder would. Let's break the cactuses to get some coins. And we can punch the worm and pull the worm out of the ground. Let's break this cactus. And up here is where our first spot was. And now we can punch this metal wall. And remember, when we punch, you see the hole that is made. That is called a dent. So we can dent the metal every time we punch it until eventually the wall will break. And let's slide down here. Let's break the crystals. Punch the cactuses. And this cactus turned into a robot who is throwing bombs at us. Let's break these crystals. And this is where our first puzzle piece was. Let's break some more crystals. Punch the worm and pull him out of the ground. And do the same with this one. Now we can bounce up here. And this is where our second robot was. He was up there. We had to punch this mushroom hanging from the ceiling into the box, and it released the bot, allowing us to rescue it. Let's punch the mushroom into the final box. And now we can float down and swing using these red platforms. Jump on the mushrooms, punch the cactus, and break these boxes. Now let's dodge the bombs. And we have another bot here that was clinging onto this right glove of the mushroom. This glove here. Let's bounce up this way. Being careful not to die to the robots. And we can pull out this button. First, let's climb up around on these pedestals. And we have another cactus that we can inflate by punching it. And it should explode and reveal another bot. And a large gold coin. And now we need to wait for the platforms to come around and we can swing across like so. And here we have 4 worms that we need to pull out of the ground, but we need to be careful not to get shot by the other worms as we do so. And there we go, that takes all the worms killed for now. And we have a giant worm that has just popped out of the ground and is shooting purple projectiles at us. Let's pull him out of the ground. And here we have some moles, I believe is what these little animals are, moles. And here we have a trampoline and we need to punch through the glass. And actually our next bot was in this bottom area here. He was stuck to a spider web up here, Remember, this is a spider's web, this white web in the corner. That's called a spider web, or a spider's web. And here we have a catapult that we can use to fling ourselves across and collect the gold coins. Dodge the bombs from the cactus. And fight this large worm. Collect our large gold coin. And over here behind this worm is our next bot that can be rescued. And you see down there, that is our next puzzle piece. And to get that, we have to pull on this button and the water fills up. We jump into the water and we can swim over to the hologram now of our puzzle piece. And in the water we have some fish. So let's swim up out of the water, jump on top of the mushrooms, and now let's punch our way through this hole, punching the metal until it breaks. And now we come across a large sumo wrestler who is going to try and push us off the edge, so we need to dodge him. And now we can push him off the edge and he explodes into fireworks. And the finish line for this level is just over there, so let's run over. And no, we are going to get attacked by a large worm, and we've actually been eaten by the worm, and we are now in the worm's belly. We can see all the food that the worm has eaten. We've got some apples and that cheese maybe, I'm not too sure. But up here is our last bot that we found, bot number 7. And now we have to be quick because the worm's stomach is filling up with acid. Let's bounce on the trampoline. Let's try and get... Oh, okay, I wasn't quick enough. I was greedy and tried to get all of the coins. So let's try that again. Jump up here. Swing across. Jump on the trampoline. Swing across. Fight off the robots. Oh, I didn't make it again. Okay, we have to be quick so that we don't get killed by the acid that's filling up. Jump, swing, jump on the trampoline, fight the robots, jump on this trampoline, swing across, grab our last puzzle piece, jump across here, and jump onto our last trampoline. And now we can grab onto the teeth of the worm and swing ourselves over to the finish line. And that is where we have our 7 bots that we rescued, who we can see dancing on the disco floor with us. And now we can fly off back into the galaxy. And that is where we're going to leave the episode of today, guys. Sorry that it's had to be retaken, so we didn't get the full effect of me learning our way through the level. But unfortunately, these things happen. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.